In the recent Sedona transmission, Bashar said something along the lines of, you'll figure out who is really running the planet. Could you clarify that?
He has said we have entered the age of the oligarchs. And this is something I think that has been building and going along for quite some time. There are people that, in a sense, are behind the scenes who are sort of deciding what people should think about, what they should believe, but all of those kinds of things really doesn't serve humanity. It serves the few individuals who are making up the rules. And so I think Bashar is basically saying, look, it's time to see through that. It's time to take your power back. It's time to understand that in many ways, a lot of people are being manipulated by information that is not even necessarily true. It's just information that helps the people running things decide to stay in power, decide to stay on top of the heap. And it's about time that, these things change because, this is what they're afraid of is the idea of, ET showing up, which would change everything about society. And they would have to give up the idea of being on the top of the hill. They would actually have to participate in humanity in a very different way. Now, they see this as a negative, and it's about helping them understand that this is something that would actually take them much farther than they even think that they could go now, but they have to also allow all of humanity to go in that direction. If we all go together, it'll be far more powerful and far more self-empowering and far more beneficial for everyone, including the people that right now think that it's only going to benefit them. They have to run everything. So he's just simply saying, look, it doesn't even really matter who you vote for anymore, because who you're voting for are just the people that are sort of underneath the people that are actually running things. And it really almost doesn't matter. You have to start understanding that you are your governments, you are in charge. You have to start making decisions that are beneficial for everyone and not get caught up in fear and not get caught up in divisiveness. You have to really start looking at what is truly beneficial for us all and let go of the surface representations that we've been taught to look at to say, well, if this doesn't happen, something bad's going to happen. You have to do it this way or you're going to be in trouble. We have to let go of all of that and really start coming together in self-empowerment to understand that this is about benefiting everyone. And it will benefit even those who are right now trying to run everything, even if they don't think that's the case. This is an old-fashioned idea. They're giving into the illusion of power instead of following the power of the illusion. They really have to let go and understand that physical reality is something that's happening within our consciousness. It's not out here. It can't be controlled out here. It can only be controlled from within by owning and acknowledging that we're all creating this reality by agreement together. Now, if we can't do that, there are other factors here that have to do with the future of Earth and what ETs may need to do to step in and say, look, you're not understanding how to manage your planet. We are here to help you understand planetary management. This is important for reasons I'm not going to go into right now in depth, but I think we tend to forget, because we are so focused on ourselves, that Earth is not only important to us, it's very important to many other beings in the cosmos for a variety of reasons. They're not going to let it fall apart. We don't want to have to be the rowdy children that require the adults to step in the room and say, stop behaving like this, be better. We don't want to get to that point. So we have to grow up. We have to start being the adults so that we can be equal to the adults that are about to show up, because they are the adults and they are going to be able to help us with the idea of how to manage a world, an entire world, because they manage entire solar systems, entire galaxies. So we have to realize that it's time to grow up. It's time to stop fooling around. It's time to stop having tantrums and arguments it's time to settle down and get serious about the idea of what it is that we are and where we're heading as a species, as humans on Earth, what our future is really all about, because it's not just about us. It's not just about us. And I think we have to learn that on a galactic scale.